Hey there, Tian here, and welcome to episode 4 of the Real Talk with Tian podcast. If this is your first episode, welcome. If you're a returning listener, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. On today's episode, I'm handing out permission slips. Yep, you've heard me right. I talk to a lot of crocheters and knitters aspiring to start designing. And the thing that keeps coming up over and over is this idea that each of them need to reach a particular milestone or achievement in order to start designing. And these quote unquote achievements manifest themselves in different ways. I'll give you an example of a recent coaching client that I've been working with. So this client has been knitting for years and years. She has over 30 years of experience as a knitter. She has stitching experience, plus her professional experiences. She was still looking at designing as something she wasn't qualified to do. She was thinking maybe completing the master knitting program, even though she didn't really want to. I mean, nothing against the program. She just didn't have that drive and desire to go through the program. But she still felt she needed the approval from a gatekeeper of sort to say, yes, you have done this thing. You are now a designer, to get that stamp. And I can picture her, in front of the master knitter administration, bended on one knee, head bowed in front, with the administrator dubbing her in the way a king would dub a squire into a knight. It's like kneel as a mere knitter and rise as a designer. But it doesn't really happen like that. It doesn't really need to work like that. And I think this mindset comes from our education system where we have to take standardized tests, pass them to prove our mastery before we can move on. Sure, you want your doctors and lawyers to have gone through medical and law school, but not all our doctors are top of their class. Quick question. Do you know what a medical student with a D average is called? Go on, guess. I'll wait. Did you guess? The answer is a doctor, right? A medical student that passes, and barely at that, is still a doctor. I mean, we don't go into our doctor's office and ask them to see their grades from medical school, right? Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. Back to the call. So on this call with this client, I was able to lay out what I'm basically doing here, going through all her history of high achievement, her qualification in the knitting field to come to the conclusion that she already had everything within her that she needed to be a designer. All she needed was someone to give her permission. So I gave her permission. During the call, I really wish I had a permission slip I could just hand her and say, here, you have a permission slip. But I didn't. But what I did was I gave her the permission that she needed to go design. Not because I have the power to, because I don't, but because based on all that we were talking about, everything that she said, she was ready. She just needed that boost of confidence. Funny though, by the end of the call, she was talking like a designer. Her whole body and language changed. Her confidence level was through the roof. There was such a drastic change in her confidence because she saw what was possible. That tiny boost was all she needed to take that very first step. The conversation changed not by me giving her permission per se, but simply by this brilliant knitter seeing in herself what I saw in a very short conversation of all that she was capable of and all she had to offer. She was hiding because of fear. With this newfound confidence, she became animated and more lively. Hey, she even had the first design project she wanted to knit that she's been sitting on, waiting for someone to say, go forth, my child, and knit it and design it. You're ready. That's all she needed, was someone just to say, go do it, you're ready, you know? And like a true designer, she was talking about why she wanted to make this item, about how she would construct the piece, the yarn she would use, just being so animated about it, just like a designer. And what a massive change getting permission can do. She was so lit up to be doing this thing she's been wanting to do for so long, but just needed permission. She needed to have someone see her values and all she was capable of, and I'm glad I was that for her. Now, a coaching session wouldn't be complete without setting some hard deadlines. If you've worked with me, you know you're gonna get homework, and I make you set hard dates to hit milestones. Don't worry, I don't push more than I think you can achieve. You set the timeline. Of course, I'll make you adjust it if you're being ridiculous, like taking 2 months to do a swatch or something like that, right? Nah. I don't let you get too comfortable because I know the fear will start to seep in with inaction. So I really get you going. So we work on some dates and set for follow-up. And I think that accountability piece too will definitely help to achieve hard goals. Now, I know you want to do big things. Maybe you too want to design, or you want to dip your toe into tech editing, but like this coaching client, you are waiting for a gatekeeper to say you can pass through. Look, there are no gatekeepers. So I'm handing out permission slips to you. You can do it. You already have inside of you everything you need to do great things. Don't hide your light. Because when you hide your light from the world, we are all in darkness. No one benefits. So don't be selfish with your light. Shine bright. If you feel like you need permission, I got you. Head over to the website tianconneton.com to get your free printable permission slip, because the world needs what you have to offer. I hope you were able to take away something from this episode. If anything I talked about resonated with you, please reach out on Instagram. I'm Knit Designs by Tian there. And leave a comment in the post for this episode. Did you enjoy this episode? Leave a rating, a review, and please hit subscribe and share with 5 of your friends that you think really needs to hear this. I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Bye for now.